Hi guys, Mark here. Well, we're here again today at Crescent Honda here in the south of England, and today we're going to be taking out the all-new Honda Transalp 750. Stay tuned. Well, hi there guys, Mark here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Honda Transalp 750. So let's take a look around the bike. So price on these are coming in at £9,499. Uses the same engine as in the new Honda Hornet, 755cc parallel twin, with that lovely 270-degree crank, which gives it like a V-twin sound and feel. 8-valve, liquid-cooled, single overhead cam. It can be made A2 for new licence holders. So this engine's putting out around about 91 horsepower at 9,500 RPM. It's an absolutely superb engine. As I said, used in the Honda Hornet. See my review on that. It's a very, very torquey engine. It's revvy, it's fun, plenty of low and mid-range power with a good top end as well. So a great engine to use in this style of sort of adventure touring bike. 75 Newton meters at 7,250 RPM. It's got a 17-litre fuel tank. Honda are quoting 23 kilometres per litre, which works out around about 75 miles per gallon UK. So that should give you a range of well over 200 miles, which is excellent. Quite like this bike off the side stand and to push around. 208 kilograms wet weight. Now, comfort is absolutely superb. It's got a very, very plush, comfy seat. It's quite tall, 850mm. I've not really got a problem getting my feet down. Just take a look at me on the bike, and as a reference for yourselves, I'm 5'7" tall, 170 centimetres with a 30-inch inside leg, and I weigh about 75 kilos. Just take a look at me on the bike. Tyres, we've got Dunlop Trail Max, got a 90 section on the front and a 150 section on the rear, 21-inch front wheel, nice big wheel there for going over the rough stuff, and an 18-inch wheel on the rear. So this bike has absolutely superb handling, feels light to ride, really responsive. It's got long travel, long stroke Showa front forks. Twin discs, pedal discs, Nissin calipers, 2-piston by the look of it. I've got a lovely colour TFT. Take a look at that later on. Full smartphone connectivity for your navigation, calls and music. LEDs all round. Got a very, very light assist and slipper clutch. 6-speed transmission, and you can get an optional quick shifter. We've got Honda HISS immobiliser. We've got 5 riding modes: gravel, sport, standard, rain and user. Honda traction control, Honda wheelie control. $8,000 service intervals on these, which is excellent. Whole host of accessory packs like adventure, comfort, rally, touring and urban. Under the seat, little tiny bit of space just there. There's your toolkit and all your battery and electronics. These are available in this black, a grey and a white. And there you go, guys, let's do the test ride, shall we? Alright guys, Honda Transalp 750. Let's try this out. So it's quite a tall seat on this, but even at 5'7", I can pretty much get the balls of my feet nicely down. Not flat-footed by any means, but it's quite a soft, squidgy seat, and the suspension's pretty plush as well, so it sinks down quite a bit. So just run through all the controls and the switch gear. So assist and slipper clutch, which is non-adjustable for span, but it's set at a nice distance anyway. Got your mode button, horn, indicators, hazards, function, menu scroll button, high and low beam on the pass there. A span adjustable front brake lever, engine start, engine kill. Transalp on the screen there. Now this is one of the nicest TFTs you're likely to get. You're not going to get much better than this really. A whole ton of information there: revs, fuel, speedo, gears, all your trips, average fuel, voltage, all your different rider modes, which you can change here on the mode button. Temperature, clock. You can change the the look of this. I think it's got 4 different interfaces to choose from, fully integrated with your smartphone, so a really nice TFT there. Anyway, let's start her up. So beautiful 270 crank, parallel twin sound there, really nice. Into first and away we go. What's the Transalp like in town at the slower speeds? So I've got it in standard at the moment, which is slightly softer throttle, slightly less power than sport. Just checking that fuel injection, so that's lovely. There's no sort of surging or hunting there in the fueling. Just ticking along nicely at 3,000 revs. See if it will take 4th gear at this sort of speed. Yeah, that's all fine. Just over 2,000 revs. Down to 3rd. So the nice thing with this bike is it's really tall, very comfortable, nice wide bars, what you'd expect from like an adventure style bike. Tons and tons of control, and it does feel very, very light. You know, comparing it to like a GS 1200 or your Africa Twin, that sort of thing, it's notably lighter and easier to flick. But still, you know, it's got 90 horsepower, which really, if you're honest, is more than enough power for sort of day-to-day riding. It's got that wonderful engine, same engine that's used in the Hornet. Very flexible, very revvy, fun, plenty of mid-range and top-end power. So down to 2nd gear now, just pootling along, 20 miles an hour. Open it up and it pulls really strongly. All the clutch and the gearbox is super light and precise. Very, very light clutch. But the overall sort of riding position, it's got tons of visibility, good mirrors, and it all sort of, the fuel injection, throttle, gears, clutch, it all works absolutely seamlessly. So absolutely fine in town. Open road on the Honda Transalp, and so far it's really, really good. So just starting off with the mirrors, nice and big, very clear. Even at sort of higher revs they don't seem to buzz, so that's good. A little bit of my elbows, not too much, but all in all, good, decent mirrors. I like those. So little tiny screen, but actually it does do a very, very good job. I'm sure there's loads of different aftermarket options, little flip screens you can get, but generally as a standard screen, pretty good for me at 5'7". TFT, well, very, very bright, loads of information there, super clear. Revs, speed, riding mode, gear, everything really easy to see, so that's superb. Riding position, as in most adventure style bikes, absolutely superb, nice and upright, lovely wide bars, and they kind of rake back here on the top clamps, so it's a very, very upright, comfortable position, about as good as you can get really. This thing handles absolutely beautifully. It's extremely well damped in the suspension. It's quite bumpy down here, but it's literally floating over all the bumps. The suspension's quite long travel and plush, so I would say it'd be pretty good off-road as well, with those sort of semi-knobbly tyres that it's got. Right, we'll just try a little roll on. 4th gear, just winding it open. As you can see, plenty of pull through that mid-range. What's the Transalp like on the motorway at the higher speeds? So we're doing an indicated 70, top gear, 4,000 revs, so that's a good start. It's a very, very relaxing engine for the higher speeds. It doesn't feel stressed at all. I can't feel any vibrations through the seat, the slightest buzz through the pegs, but to be honest, you know, it's nice and characterful, it's not annoying, and the slightest buzz coming through the handlebar grips, but again, not annoying or, you know, enough to sort of give you pins and needles, so vibration wise fine. So top gear, if I open it up, you can see it pulls very strongly there. I'll just slow it down a bit. Wide open throttle, so it really does pull strongly. Must admit, I'm quite impressed with that little screen. It's only small, but it's quite a still bubble of air just here in front of me, so that's good. Probably fit some hand guards if it was my bike, because I can feel a lot of wind on my hands. But the overall sort of stability of the bike, the way it feels, very, very sure-footed, can still change direction quickly if you need to, but a very nice, comfortable place to be. And you know, in top gear we're just trundling along here at about 4,000 RPM. And we're currently showing around about just over 60 to a gallon, so very good. So there you go guys, Transalp on the motorway, no problem at all, would easily cruise like this all day long. So at this sort of 60 mile an hour cruising speed, top gear, we're doing just under 4,000 revs, so it's nice and relaxed if you need to do some touring on it, get all the panniers and the top box on the back. It is supremely comfortable, this bike. The seat is very well padded, it's very plush, couple that with the suspension, really nice place to be. Tons of leg room here. I'm only a short rider, but if you were a lot taller, there's lots of leg room here on the tank. Leg position is pretty much straight down. So we've got Nissin brakes up front, twin discs with 2 piston sliding calipers, and they are very strong, plenty of feel as well. Right, so 3rd gear, it's going to wind it open a bit for you, and you can see pulls really well through that mid-range. Really good engine this. So 3rd gear, just winding it out through that mid-range, you can see those revs rise. There's plenty of power on this engine, 90 odd horsepower, but it really does shift through that sort of 4, 5, 6,000 RPM. Very smooth. All you can sort of feel is like the, you know, the power pulses from that lovely 270 crank. just the way it handles around the bends. It's so chuckable and flickable. So far guys, been really enjoying the Transalp. Lovely engine, superb flickable handling, doesn't feel heavy in the slightest to ride, extremely comfortable, all the switch gears nice and simple, superb TFT. Just try those brakes out again, front and rear together. Ooh, excellent. Second gear, just going to wind it out for you. Oh, what a great noise performance. So plenty of power, smooth all through the gears, really playful round the bends. I've tried all the rider modes, so sport's the most power, most aggressive, but it's not like really aggressive on the throttle, it's not snatchy at all. And sort of standard and rain are softer and less power. I think this would be, if you're buying this to sort of go off-road on light tracks and trails, it would be superb as well. Okay, let's wrap it up down here somewhere. Right, let's just do nicely up here. Perfect. So just give you a little look at that. Lovely TFT again guys. Into first and easily back into neutral. Lovely sound check of this engine, sounds wonderful. Excellent. So really decent, easy to find side stand. Brilliant. Right then, let's have a final look round, shall we? First off, see what it's like to push around. So you've got a really decent grab rail here to hang on to. Got the ability to put your plate on there for your top box. So for a big bike, that is very light off the side stand and very easy to move about. So that's great. Those standout features for me on this bike: superb suspension, Showa long travel front forks upside down, really good there. Got your monoshock up there, which looks to be preload adjustable, superb as well. So excellent handling. You've got that fun, playful engine, parallel twin 270 crank that's got loads of pull. Sounds great, lots of torque, pulls well in top gear, so it really suits this style of bike well. Braking strong and controlled, no problems there. That seat is super comfortable, definitely all day comfortable, that seat. And just looking around the bike, all the fit and finish, it's the usual excellent Honda standard. I'd probably get the quick shifter fitted if it was my bike. I don't think it's expensive on these. It was about £200 on the Hornet. So there you go guys, if you're in the market for a middleweight or thereabouts adventure bike, give one of these a look. Under £10,000, plenty of performance, very comfortable, good handling, and a great tourer, I would say, when it's all loaded up. Alright guys, don't forget to post your comments down below, please give me a like, and don't forget to share and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you again in a week or so for another bike review. Ride safe guys, all the best, and bye for now.